The miracle of emotions, where science meets faith. Have you ever paused to consider the miracle of your emotions? Joy, anger, fear, and love. They are so much more than fleeting feelings. They are divine tools, intricately designed by God to connect us with Him and with others. Science helps us understand how emotions work, but faith reveals why they exist. Let's start with the design of emotions. Your brain plays a key role here. The amygdala, for example, acts as your emotional alarm system. It processes fear, anger, and excitement, triggering the fight-or-flight response when danger is near. Then there's the limbic system, the part of your brain that governs joy and love, releasing chemicals like dopamine to create a sense of pleasure. Science shows us the incredible mechanics of our emotions, but it stops short of explaining their purpose. That's where faith steps in. Emotions are not random. They're intentional gifts from God designed to guide us, grow us, and glorify Him. Take anger, for instance. The Bible tells us, "Be angry and do not sin." Ephesians 4:26. Anger signals that something is wrong, calling us to act. Science confirms that addressing anger in healthy ways strengthens relationships. But faith teaches us to channel that anger for good, just as Jesus did when He overturned the tables in the temple. Now consider fear. It's a protective response, but it can also paralyze us if left unchecked. Yet God reassures us, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind." 2 Timothy 1:7. Faith helps us overcome fear, reminding us to trust in God's sovereignty even when science explains our brain's response. And then there's joy, so much more than a fleeting emotion. Nehemiah 8:10 says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." Science might point to dopamine as the cause of happiness, but true joy comes from living in God's purpose. It's not just a feeling, it's a fruit of the Spirit, an enduring gift from God. Science and faith don't contradict each other. They harmonize beautifully. Science explains the mechanics of emotions, while faith gives them meaning. Consider forgiveness. Neuroscience shows it reduces stress and fosters healing. Faith commands it, as Jesus said, "If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." Matthew 6:14. Or think about gratitude. Studies reveal it rewires your brain for positivity. But long before science confirmed this, the Bible urged us, "Give thanks in all circumstances." 1 Thessalonians 5:18. So how can we live wisely with our emotions? First, acknowledge them. Don't suppress what you feel. Bring your emotions to God, just like David did in the Psalms. Second, seek balance. Science calls this regulation, while faith calls it self-control, a fruit of the Spirit. And finally, use your emotions for God's glory. Whether you're angry, joyful, or even sad, ask, "How can this emotion draw me closer to God or bless others?" Your emotions are a miracle, evidence of science and faith working together. As Psalm 139 verse 14 reminds us, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made." This includes every thought, feeling, and response within you. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by anger, gripped by fear, or filled with joy, remember, your emotions are part of God's intricate design. They are His tools to help you live a fuller, richer life in Him. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10.